welcome to my desk. Let's talk today about the Sony Zv-1 vlogging camera. Now, I don't want this video to be just a review of the Zv-1 or a highlight of its features or something that makes you feel like, hey, I have to go run out and buy this great new thing, because it's not a great new thing. It's been out for over a year at this point, but I've been using it for a year and just wanted to share a couple of things that I've learned about it that I feel make it a great camera and something definitely to consider if you're in the market for a vlogging style camera. So when I bought this camera, it actually was meant to be for our older girls who were interested in making YouTube videos, and I wanted them to have something that was a little bit better than what they could produce with just their cell phones. Honestly, you've already seen this. There's plenty of reviews out there about the Zv-1. It has the flip out screen, which is awesome. I think the Zv-E10 also has that. Has the great microphone that, quite frankly, does a better job than most of the shotgun microphones that I've attached to it, with the exception of maybe the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. Otherwise, not even worth putting another microphone on it. The one that's on here is good enough. Really, in my mind, though, the Zv-E10 and the Zv-1 are meant for different audiences. The idea of having a vlogging camera really entails that everything I need as a vlogger is right here in one unit, which I think is the genius of why Sony included an integrated lens. So it has the 24 to 70 millimeter Zeiss lens. The photography in me, though, is really enticed by the fact that the Zv-E10 allows you to use your E-mount lenses interchangeably. But I'm not really sure who Sony is targeting with the Zv-E10. If I'm a photographer that already owns a collection of E-mount lenses, there's a good chance I already own a camera that allows me to use them. And unless I want a really small format camera with similar features, but a smaller sensor than one of their Alpha series cameras, I don't really know what the point of buying the Zv-E10 is. The thing about the Zv-1, in my opinion, that makes it the superior option over the Zv-E10 is the fact that this camera shoots up to 960 frames per second, high frame rate video that can be played back as low as 24 frames per second. Do a little bit of math, and that's 40 times slower than real life, which is pretty phenomenal for a small format vlogging camera. Why Sony chose to include high frame rate recording in a vlogging camera is beyond me. And why they didn't include it in the Zv-E10, that seems like it's more geared towards photographers and people who are maybe a little bit more serious about the creative side of what their camera can do. I don't understand. But for me, I enjoy slow motion video. I enjoy being able to shoot 960 frames per second, up to 960 frames per second. And I'm really kind of blown away at the quality that this little camera produces. What I wanted to put together was just a small montage of clips that I filmed around the house over several days, just as we were doing activities. Things that I thought might look cool in slow motion, I set up and filmed up to 960 frames per second with this tiny little camera. So with that said, check out the clip that I put together. It'll play right after this, and see for yourself the quality that you can get out of the Zv-1. Now, for you, it may not be the determining factor between the Zv-1 or the Zv-E10 or any other cameras on the market, but in my opinion, if I'm a vlogger, the fact that this has the integrated lens is pretty fantastic for the convenience, but the fact that it also shoots up to 960 frames per second is pretty incredible, given that most of Sony's Alpha series cameras don't shoot at that frame rate. So, let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time. you.